Yeah, sure.
So, how this actually a Pecha Kucha from the process track that allow me to have here in the people track. But well, I'm Pecha Kucha. I work as an Agile consultant training in Clear, that's a Latin America company. I'm actually from Peru. And I'm here to talk a little bit about how digital marketing companies can use Agile to make their campaigns better. So I'm going to tell you a story about John. John is actually a digital planner. He has been working in his agency for 5 years more or less. And at the beginning, he has a small team that actually do always cutting-edge campaigns, working together and making everything fine. But when the company started growing, they have started to look that there are complex projects. And they have something that I call the 3-week fail. So they have the storytelling team working all together and handing off everything to the UX UI team, and at the end they have handed everything to development. So at the end they have like silos. All the silos were working not together and making not value to the user. So John has a friend that's called Mike, and Mike works in a software company. And in that software company, they start doing Agile and Scrum. So John started reading about Agile and Scrum, and actually reading the manifesto, and started thinking about, hey, there's something that we really did at the beginning that looks more like this, that we have lost. So he started thinking about how they can go back and be a great team again, a great company again, and take 6 practices. The first practice they took is trying to go with a cross-functional team, but when he reads Scrum, he looked at product. A cross-functional team make a product, but they do not do products. Actually, what they do is having brands connecting to final users. So we create something called brand-centered teams. Brand-centered teams are actually people that actually are working for the brand to make connection to their clients, to make experience to them. So they have all the skills needed to connect brands to clients. The other stuff he was reading was dashboards and stand-ups. Actually, they really like dashboards because they are really visual people, and the stand-ups helps them to collaborate. But again, they're not only working on projects, they're actually working in campaigns and trying to reach clients with their brand. So they start doing something like that. That's add-on to the dashboard that made them thinking about the strategy of the clients, actually their goals, and how they can iterate, making that goal possible. Actually, it's a pretty PDCA cycle, more or less. So after that, he started reading about the product owner. And one thing he really likes about the product owner is that one people can prioritize stuff, but once again, they're not developing products, they're trying to develop brands. So he created a concept called brand owner. The brand owner is actually one people that know the goals of the organization, have the vision of the brand, and can prioritize all the stuff, all the campaigns that actually they are doing in the agency to make more value for them. So they took that idea from the product owner and have their own idea from a brand owner. After that, he was evolving and reading about the product owner, and he reached a blog from Roman Pixler that presents the product vision board. He really liked it because there's a way that in one glance, visually, he can read and know how's the vision of the product. But once again, he's not trying to build a product. So in agency, they have something called the brief. The brief is a document that tries to explain what the campaign's purposes are for the brand. So he used a visual brief that has the campaign, the target people, why they're doing the job, what the task that want to accomplish, and use that to make all the people in the team trying to be coordinated and organized. And after that, they start thinking about, well, all the processes we are using are really waterfall slide process. So they start iterating. So they break down the storytelling construction, the UX UI, and actually the product development into iteration of phase. So they start doing a little bit of storytelling and then trying to use UX UI for that, and then trying to develop that and continue doing that for a long period until the launch of the campaign. And the last thing actually John really liked was retrospective, for sure. So one thing he likes about the retrospective is it's not only focused on what went well and what went and how we can accomplish or be better, but he also thinks that actually the retrospective should guide the brands and their teams to be better and better, following the purposes of what they really want to do, like creative stuff, and what the brands really want. So he has something like called that they have a vision for the team and actually looking for the current state of that and trying to think, well, we're going to do experiments to trying to reach that vision, the place where we want to be, and we're going to measure how actually is going to, how actually are the impacts, and then what we learn from that experiment. And in the end, altogether, the process now looks almost more or less like that. So they have the brand owner that brings the visual brief. They break down to PBAs or trying to do items, and they iterate in a whole thing. So one thing is that I have been talking about steps and practices, but it's not about that. So this is not a receipt, this is a secret weapon. It's only something that works for you. Probably won't work for your company, but it's something that we always have to be in mind. And in the last, I just want to remember that John actually was looking for better ways to do campaigns. He doesn't want to be Agile or said, oh, I am doing Scrum or that stuff. So that's something that we should always try to remember. So that's it. Thank you very much.